What is going on with Ring of Morrigan right now for Sorcery TCG? As of 5/20/2026, this card is getting absolutely nuked off the market. So a few weeks ago, you could still find copies floating around for maybe $100 to $150, depending on the condition and seller. Now we're looking at copies pushing $250 to $300. And the craziest part is that there's basically no supply left. If you guys have been following the channel, you know that my decks, I've been trying to pull all my cards I'll be using for my decks from just booster box pulls. But when I pulled my Ring of Morrigan, I actually picked up 4 more copies of Ring of Morrigan on the Facebook Marketplace and the TGM Discord Trusted Games Marketplace. And I got those for $100 shipped. It was actually $90 to $100 a copy. So I pulled a couple extras just for extra decks. But my first copy was pulled in a booster box. And I actually pulled it after 6 booster boxes. That's a case. So that's like a Ring of Morrigan per case. I also pulled 1 Morgana Le Fay in the case. So yeah, these cards are hard to pull. Let's look at the actual data here for the Ring of Morrigan. But yeah, like I was saying, it's stupid hard card to pull. I got 1 copy, and I've seen even crazier stories than mine. There's players who are opening 20 boxes and they get 1 copy, or they don't get any at all. There's 10 people who have told me they've pulled more than 20 boxes and they haven't seen a single Ring of Morrigan. That is insane for what is technically a smaller sorcery set. That was one of the major complaints about Arthurian Legends, is how small of a set this is. So let's take a peek here at the TCG player. So we have 10 listings left. So these are actually new listings because these were not here earlier today when I was at work doing surgery. This is the kind of shit I look at on my break, right? I look at some cardboard cracks, some anesthesia. We got anesthesia and the surgeons looking at their stocks and shit. Boys, I got my cardboard crack. So yeah, these were about $275 plus, and it looks like some people listed their cards for sale because they realized we'll take our profits now and undercut the market. So yeah, so the cheapest card right now is $199. That's pretty much $200. That's gonna sell. Cold Fold Heroes, very, very cool store. I buy from their listings a lot, actually. Theirs is the next cheapest listing at $225, and then just those 2 gone, it's pretty much $250 to $300 at that point. And anyone with money could easily clear all 10 of these listings, because the most expensive listing is $300. That's not really a lot, right? I mean, it's $300 is a lot of money, but if you're trying to clear the whole market, there's 10 listings plus 1, so 11. There's 11 copies on the open market. You could easily clear that. And if you're trying to flip it or invest in it, you could easily hold on to that maybe 1 or 2 years. And I could see this being like a $400 or $500 card if it doesn't get banned somehow. Let's look at the data. So from just today, it's sign in to see more data. You can see that someone had bought out all these cheaper than $200 copies. And these copies that are listed here are kind of more than what I've been seeing on the Facebook Marketplace, because Facebook Marketplace was $140 to $150. I offered to buy it from them. Friends and family. Yeah, I know. I do not recommend that. But if I am hunting for a good deal, and if they have good rep, I will pay them, friends and family, for even less, or even more of a deal. So I got my copies for $90 to $100 shipped. But yeah, so this is insane that someone bought them bought them out all the way up to $200. And that is today. Today is that was yesterday. Today is the 20th, 5/20/2026. And this all the recent sales were all yesterday. So yeah, as you can see, they bought them all up to almost $200, all the copies. And this can easily be cleared, like I'm saying. But yeah, this isn't like a multi-year print run like modern Magic the Gathering sets where thousands upon thousands of cases are constantly flowing into the market. This is a smaller boutique TCG with limited product and a rapidly growing player base. So when they released their Gothic set, tons of players got back in the game and new players. I'm one of them. Gothic is one of the best TCG sets I have opened in a while. It's like Diablo, the card game, right? Like perfect theme, and no one can get that shit. And I know you could buy it from Team Covenant, but they have the highest prices. If you want to support your LGS, LGSs should be able to get product because they're the ones who hold events and convince players to buy into their game. How is an LGS going to convince new players if they can't buy the fucking product? Like, it does not make sense. Like, this is a good game, and I mean, I just got into this game and they're fucking this up, right? In my opinion. So, yeah, when you combine this low supply, extremely difficult pull rates, and a card that's basically mandatory in competitive decks, you get this. This is like the perfect storm. So let's talk about why. Why is the Ring of Morrigan so absurdly good? Because if you don't actually play Sorcery, you might look at this thing and think, okay, cool, expensive chase card. Why is everyone losing their minds? Let's pull that card back up real quick. This card is absolutely cracked. Ring of Morrigan gives decks an absurd level of value, flexibility, and inevitability. It fits into so many archetypes that's basically becoming an auto-include if your deck can support it, and let's be real, if you want to win. Like, that's the scary part. This isn't some niche collector-only card, like, oh, you don't need that card. This isn't some meme combo piece. The shit is actually competitive, and it's collectible, right? This combination is dangerous. The gameplay alone makes people want copies. And then you got the art. This art's by Séverine Pineaux. I probably butchered her name. And the art is absolutely gorgeous. And if you've been in Sorcery for a while, you already know her name carries a lot of weight in the community. Her style has this like dark fantasy, dreamlike quality that feels perfect for Sorcery's old school atmosphere that long-term Magic the Gathering players have been yearning for. So this kind of fucking hurts that I thought this was like the haven for me, right? As a burned out Magic player. And then I get into the game open. I just got really lucky and got a bunch of product. And then I find out I was lucky. Most people can't get product like that. So yeah, let's just read the rules here. So Ring of Morrigan, it's a 1 cost, a unique relic of deathly fate. Bearer has, whenever this unit casts a spell, so whenever the unit that's holding this casts a spell, they deal 1 damage to target nearby unit, and you gain 1 life. Dude, that is absolutely cracked. That, like, you don't even have to play the game to know how good that is. It's like whoever draws this first is probably going to win the game. But yeah, this is a horrible recipe for supply. Collectors, investors, art fans, competitive players want this shit. Horrible recipe for disaster. Yeah. And this whole situation is exposing a much bigger issue with Erik's Curiosa and Sorcery as a whole. Low supply is becoming a problem. And I guess this has something to do with Team Covenant. I don't really know the whole details about that drama, but apparently Erik's Curiosa is going away from the normal distribution model, and they're going to be distributing it through Team Covenant. I'm not sure what that means. Like I said, I'm still new to the game, a couple months in. And yeah, I'm just like, all the drama is like being drip fed to me. They're like, it's like a man in like a van. And he's like, oh, you're tired of Magic the Gathering? Come in the back of the van, bro. I got some Sorcery TCG for you to check out. And then when I hop in the van, he's like, gotcha, bitch. You know what I mean? Like that. I feel like I just got bait and switched. Anyway. We've seen other TCGs overprint their shit into oblivion and absolutely crush the long-term confidence of collectors and stores. But there is a fine line between controlled scarcity and just not having enough product for your player base. And I think Gothic, especially Arthurian Legends, brought in way more players than they expected. So, like I said earlier, you got the old players coming back, you have new players like me, you got collectors jumping in, content creators are covering the game, and suddenly the available sealed product and singles just got vacuumed out of existence. The market just got sucked dry. And now cards like Ring of Morrigan can easily be manipulated because the supply is so thin. And this kind of reminds me of when Rudy from Alpha Investments bought out Lion's Eye Diamond years ago and massively shifted the market overnight. Like, when supply is low enough, one person with deep pockets can completely change pricing psychology. And I think that's exactly where we are right now with Ring of Morrigan. Because personally, if this card does not get banned, I genuinely do not see this staying under $400. Like, maybe it won't even be under 600 like in the next 6 months. I just don't like with these pull rates with the low so it's a low pull rate. There's no supply for the booster boxes. There's a high player demand, and you only have a handful of copies floating around online. Like, it just begs the question: where does Erik's Curiosa go from here? Because they're playing a very risky balancing game. If they massively overprint the product, collectors panic, and sealed prices collapse. Stores get burned that have it, if they have it. You know what I mean? But if they underprint it too hard, players can't get cards. Competitive decks become inaccessible, except only to those who have the money. New players get frustrated, and speculation starts overtaking actual gameplay, which I feel like, from what I see on the Facebook groups, is probably what it is right now. This is a dangerous area for a growing TCG. And personally, I think they need to carefully increase supply while the hype is still hot. Like, maybe print another 5,000 boxes or 10,000, because 5,000 is really not a lot. I'm not saying do some insane unlimited floodgate print run, but enough to stabilize the market and let actual players participate before staple cards become completely unattainable. Because right now, Sorcery has momentum, like real momentum. And if Erik's Curiosa wants to keep that momentum going, they need to flip that lever and get more product into players' hands before cards like Ring of Morrigan become the next impossible to obtain chase staple. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe tomorrow somebody cracks 20 rings, or a hidden warehouse inventory shows up, or maybe this is just the beginning of the end. Either way, this is one of the wildest sorcery market moments we've seen yet in the game, from what people have been telling me online. And someone can easily buy this all out. Not me. I have better uses for my money than that. Like more cardboard crack from other games. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Do you guys like the supply being this low, propping up your card values, or do you think that this is kind of handicapping new players getting into the game? Like, should we increase the print run of booster boxes to increase availability for new players, or just players who have already been playing and can't even find product? So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, this is Surgical Ninja clocking out. I'll see you guys later.